are out there?
So I think the biggest misnomer that clients come to me with is that they think that it does require 20% down to buy anything that is possible out there. It doesn't.
I'm here today with Ryan Buckholt. He is a loan broker, mortgage banker at Opus Advisors here in downtown Santa Cruz. And we're going to chat a little bit about what's going on with loans and try and squash some misnomers that people may have about loan products. So what do you feel like is the thing that you need to continuously educate your clients on about loans and getting different loans and what loan products are out there?
So I think the biggest misnomer that clients come to me with is that they think that it does require 20% down to buy anything that is possible out there. It doesn't. There are different loans out there. Like, for example, there's a USDA program that's zero down. If they're a vet, that they can do a zero down with a veterans loan, a VA loan. There's a loan called a CalHFA loan, which is a 0.5% down. And then Fannie Mae will do loans anywhere between 3% to 5% down. So there's a lot of opportunity available if you don't have the 20% down to put on a property.
That's awesome. And do you feel like without putting 20% down that the monthly payments would be unattainable or unreachable for this market that we're in, which is a more expensive market than, say, Fresno or something like that?
Rents are extremely high here, and I actually see a lot of times that the rent payment actually works out to be a little bit higher than the mortgage payment in some instances. But then also the mortgage payment, you have the tax deductibility portion on your interest write-off.
Let's talk about that.
Yes.
Can you give advice on tax deductibility, or do we have to send them somewhere else?
So definitely they would need to talk to a CPA in regards to it.
So people can actually buy homes here in Santa Cruz and pay less in rent and come in with as little as 0% down payment.
It is possible, correct.
Okay. What would you suggest a person who is wanting to get into real estate, not to buy a home or get a loan, what would you suggest their first plan of action would be in order to prepare themselves for the financial side of it?
I think their first plan of action should be talk to a loan officer. I think they should be able to tell exactly their situation now. The loan officer can assess their situation, and any place that they might fall short, the loan officer can tell them exactly what to do and how to do it.
So before they pay off credit cards, before they start shopping for a loan, checking their credit, they should come to a loan officer.
Definitely.
Okay. How do you differ from like a bank, or you are a mortgage loan broker? Tell me again.
Yeah, so I'm a mortgage banker.
A mortgage banker. Okay, so how does that differ from a banker or a mortgage loan broker? Am I getting all the categories right?
Yeah,
sort of.
So what sets me apart is a couple things. One, a lot of clients tell me that I speak it in normal everyday terms. I try to break it down for them so that it's in terms that they can understand. I don't use our jargon, is what we call it here in the industry. I want to have it so that they understand it. Yeah. Number two, I'm pretty dry and cut exactly to the point.
It's true.
I will just tell them, right now you don't make enough money. You need to make $3,000 more per year. Go back to your boss and say, hey, boss, I need a raise in order to live here in Santa Cruz because it's going to cost me this X amount in order to buy a house here. Yeah. Paying off debt to qualify. If I even think that I'm not a great fit for somebody, I will point them in the right direction to make sure what they're trying to do can be obtainable and for the right resource for that. Yeah. So I think that's what differs for me. Yeah. Also, I'm very conservative in everything I do, meaning that I always give, here's the worst case scenario, and then here's the best. Mm-hmm. These are the two options that we'll try.
Yeah. I have closed several deals with Ryan, and I find all of those things to be true, and he always meets the timeframes that I give him, the guidelines that I give him, and my clients, and I have always been super satisfied. He will also call, if I'm representing a buyer, the listing agent on the seller's side and give the listing agent confidence in my buyer's ability to purchase, which is a really big factor in this small community of trust and working together as a community to get the end result for everybody's best interest. I think that's it.
I think that's it.
We did it?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Now, next time we can do a podcast so we don't have to look at you.
No, that was good.
I'll dress a little nicer.